Hi, my name's Amanda Wilson. I'm the Mayor of Holdfast Bay. I'm in beautiful Somerton Park today, checking out the range of new trees that line the streets in what is now known as the Green Triangle. These are the streets that are bordered by Diagonal, Brighton and Oaklands Road, and they've had more than 700 trees added to every viable site within the area. They were planted last winter and spring, but now that they've had a bit of time to establish, they are going to be blooming once spring hits this year. Among the trees planted are jacarandas, Chinese pistachio and Japanese pagoda trees. To ensure their success, our open space team has done 30 rounds of watering, particularly during summer and while we're still waiting for a decent rainfall. Residents will continue to see crews maintaining the trees by topping up mulch, repairing water wells, pulling weeds, restalking and of course watering to ensure the best possible results. A big thank you to Councillor Will Miller, who put forward this Green Triangle initiative to Council last year, and we are happy to support it by allocating $20,000 to fund this project, which we know is already being appreciated by all of the people who live here. If you're still out there hitting the beach for your daily walks like I am, you might have noticed that we're upgrading 3 beach access points, which are in poor condition and need renewing. 2 of the access points are at Glenelg, in front of the Glenelg Surf Lifesaving Club, and another just north of Shoreham Road, South Brighton. All 3 sites are currently closed to the public as the existing structures need to be demolished. They'll be reconstructed with fibre reinforced polymer materials. The beach access points should reopen for the public to use by the end of May. At last night's council meeting, I proposed a motion which was supported by council unanimously to write to the state and federal governments advocating for a formal ban to drilling in the Great Australian Bight, an important issue which our council has advocated on since 2017. Last night, council also endorsed a motion proposed by Councillor Alison Kane to write to the Minister for Transport requesting that the state legislation be developed to allow for greater control of the parking of large vehicles on our streets. We have been hearing from our community about their concerns regarding on-street parking of large vehicles such as camper vans, trailers and caravans over extended periods. So we'll be calling for the state government to consider improvements to legislation to enable the better control of this issue. Council also endorsed a motion proposed by Councillor Bradshaw to investigate improved lighting in Gregory Lane in Brighton to address recent safety concerns that have been raised by the community. Along with other councils and organisations across the state, we're celebrating our history as part of South Australia's History Festival, which runs for the month of May. A special History Festival event is called An Evening with Kitty, the fabulous story of Brighton's Kitty White, Kathleen Duncan Campbell Macaulay, who is better known as Kitty White. She has 2 memorials dedicated to her at Brighton and is also linked to Dunmoose Castle at Brighton, which was once her family home. Brighton local and history buff Grant Tinney will share stories of Kitty's life and her tragic death. For those who don't know, Kitty was South Australia's first reported shark attack victim. The event is on next Monday, the 19th of May at the Brighton Civic Centre. Tickets are $20 with all proceeds supporting Cancer Council of South Australia. Grant Tinney's wife is Sarah Tinney OAM. Many people know that Sarah is the founder of the Maryland's Jetty Swim annual fundraising event, which is held every February as a part of the Brighton Jetty Classic. The Maryland Jetty Swim has raised more than $1.8 million for cancer research since the first swim was held back in 2012. I'd also like to congratulate Sarah on officially receiving her OAM this week. If people in the Holdfast Bay area have the autumn edition of Council's magazine Our Place, they can read a story about Sarah and why she started the swim in the first place. Other History Festival events include a guided tour of the Glenelg Air Raid Shelter on Sunday the 25th of May and a walking tour of historic Seacliff and Kingston Park on Tuesday the 27th of May. All event details are on our website under the What's On section. There's only a few days left to see the stunning bridal fashion exhibition that's on now at the Glenelg Bay Discovery Centre. There are bridal gowns on show which span 100 years, including the gown worn by Douglas Mawson's daughter, Patricia, in the 1940s. The Bay Discovery Centre is open daily and it's well worth exploring.